I might have a new favorite show. Wait. Huh, deja vu. Why do I feel like I've said that before? Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we are actually talking about Stargirl Season 2 Summer School. I know, I'm extremely late to this, just like I was to Superman and Lois Season 1. But just like I watched that season, thought it was so awesome I had to talk about it. Same thing goes for this season of Stargirl. If you are curious, I have seen Season 1 of Stargirl. Yes, I thought it was amazing, but I saw that before I had a channel. So, you know, I've never been able to make a video on that, and I haven't had time to rewatch 15 hours worth of content for a video, even though it is a great 15 hours, because I believe there's like 15 episodes and they're like 40 to 50 minutes each. Even though, yes, they're all great, I really like that season. I didn't really feel like rewatching all 15 just for a video. But yeah, I really enjoyed Season 1. I thought it was great. The characters were fun and enjoyable. Their character arcs were really good, and I was intrigued by all of them. And it really did teach me a lot about the JSA, because the JSA, before the show, I knew very, very little about. Literally, the only thing I knew about them was the very small appearance they had in Legends of Tomorrow, and that was very small. So it did that. Plus, the villains were really good were pretty cool. And yeah, I thought, I bet Season 2 will be around this level. Season 2 might be even better than Season 1. And I kind of can't believe I'm saying that about a CW show, because normally they seem to dip in quality for some reason. Arrow, Season 1 and 2 were great, and then after that, kind of went downhill with some good in the end. Flash, Seasons 1 and 2 were great, and then it went downhill. But this show not only is, especially because I was really nervous about Season 2, because Season 1 was half DC Universe, half CW, therefore it had a bigger budget, and it had less episodes. So when it went over to be just CW, not gonna lie, I was very nervous, because I thought, oh no, the budget's gonna go down, they're probably gonna have 20 episodes instead and draw it out. They didn't. It was a perfect amount of episodes and everything. And yeah, just like with Superman and Lois, the Superman and Lois review, I don't really have any notes written for this one like I normally do for my reviews. Like, that's what I'll do for Black Adam and stuff like that. I'll write down notes, scripts, and stuff like that. This one, I'm going off of nothing. This is just my thoughts. But yeah, so I really like the season. Oh my gosh, where to start? Let's start with our heroes, because the heroes, the JSA, were all continue to be really enjoyable characters, and possibly even better. Like, for example, Rick, aka Hourman, the new Hourman at least, I feel like he's an even better character now than he was in Season 1, just because, like, he's a character that when he was first introduced, I was like, okay, this guy's kind of annoying. Then I grew to like him as the season went on, and this season made me like him way more. Yolanda, aka the new Wildcat, I feel like has a pretty interesting arc that I think is actually a really great arc for this character. Granted, I feel like there was some extra added drama that didn't need to be there, like the whole her blaming Courtney and never wanting to speak to her again. That was kind of like, it felt kind of forced. It's like, but then again, I really liked her story arc of her being like, oh my gosh, I've killed this person. And we technically still never were given a clear answer as to whether it was Eclipso making her see those things, or if she was just going crazy herself and it was just the guilt haunting her. I mean, I'm leaning more towards Eclipso because of the fact that it seemed to have stopped after they beat Eclipso. But still, they never outright said Eclipso is the one making her see these nightmares, so you never know. And then Stargirl, once again, is going on this great character arc where you can see her really want to be superhero Season 1, and then at the beginning of this season, you can see that's all she cares about. She doesn't care about anything else. She just wants to be Stargirl full-time. She doesn't care about she thinks her life as Courtney Whitmore is just dumb and lazy and pointless, and then she just needs to be Stargirl. And then throughout the course of the season, she learns that you can't just go out looking for fights. You can't just be Stargirl 24/7. Courtney Whitmore's got to have a life too, which was a pretty good character arc, especially for such a young character who just started being a superhero, most likely a year ago. I think that's how long the seasons take place in between each other. So that was really good. We get Green Lantern's daughter, who I believe is named Jenny, if I'm remembering her name. I hope I am. She was a fun character. I'm glad we got to see her. And it seems like I feel like we're gonna see her again in season 3. Don't spoil it for me, please, in the comments. I know season 3 is airing at the time I am recording this, but I don't know if she's in it or not. I've been doing very good at avoiding spoilers for season 2 and 3 of Stargirl. Like, I had nothing of this season spoiled for me, except for the fact that they were going to go black and white for one episode. That's the only thing that I had spoiled for me. Everything else, and even season 3, I know nothing of season 3 right now, besides the title, which I'm glad. But yeah, now I feel like we should go into the antagonist, because, well, there's kind of like 2 different antagonists on each half of the season. First half of the season, we have Cindy, who, I don't remember her villain name, but we have Cindy, I think that's her actual name, I believe so, who I feel like has a pretty good arc where she pretty much just wants revenge, but I did like her character arc of her turning good, supposedly. I still don't fully trust her. Like, I know season 3 is supposed to be a murder mystery. It wouldn't surprise me if Cindy is revealed to be the killer. But it is pretty cool how they had that arc for her. And they also, and then the second half villain was Eclipso, who I think they did a really good job on. Because the way they did Eclipso, he was just so creepy, and he was a villain that you feared and just wanted taken down, because you could feel the dread that the characters were feeling because of this character in the show. Like, I could feel that throughout the second half of the season. The moment he broke free to the final battle, you just felt the weight and the fear of not knowing when Eclipse was showing up, the fear of not knowing what's real and what's not real, and the burden of there being this villain out there who we have no idea what he wants to do, but we know that he's wreaking havoc. And the fact that they made you feel that is just awesome. And even I would argue that there's horror elements, at least for them somewhat, in this season too. Like, I mean, the very opening of the season, it's this little girl being haunted by this boy, being tempted to do something bad. And then when she opens up the doll, it's freaking possessed. I mean, granted, it was most likely a hallucination, because when she looked back at it, it was okay. But still, that's just creepy. That was extremely creepy. And that's not the only hints of it either. Because of the nature of Eclipso, it just kept coming back in. Like whenever he showed up, you were like nervous or scared, because you're like, oh man, something scary is about to go down. Something bad is happening. I have a real good feeling something bad is about to happen. And something I almost forgot to mention is that another one of the scenes that was kind of like a horror type scene was when Stargirl and Pat were investigating this, because Eclipso made it look like Solomon Grundy killed this little girl. And when they're investigating this little girl's dead body, all of a sudden they do this jump scare where she opens her eyes, laughs this evil laugh, and disappears. And that was just like so creepy. And I'd be lying to you if I said that jump scare didn't get me. I'll be completely honest. That jump scare kind of got me. But the fact, like, that's another example of the horror that I was talking about. A little girl's dead body opens its eyes, laughs, disappears. Like, that was creepy. Cool, but creepy. So it's just, I think they did Eclipso great. And what's interesting is that they showed you his real appearance, which is a comic accurate appearance, which is pretty cool. And then for most of the season, besides the finale, they had him become this little boy, which, you know, it's kind of obvious they mostly did that so they didn't have to deal with the makeup or CGI. I honestly didn't know if Eclipso was makeup or CGI, which is actually really good. But it is pretty, to me, it seems like they mostly did that so they didn't have to deal with that makeup or CGI. But that actually helped make him even creepier. Like, just his voice, as just the kid's voice, and the kid actor, I have no idea who the kid actor is, but he did a great job being creepy. I'll give him that. Like, he was great at being creepy. So I think that was great. I think I need to move on to other points of the season. But yeah, I feel like the story was great, and I have to say the title of Summer School, I'm not sure how well it fits, just because what's great about the story is that, I don't know how to explain this, but what's great about the story is that the first half of the season and second half of the season feels so different, and yet they're also so connected that like they could not be two separate seasons. Like, it couldn't be season 2 summer school, season 3 Rise of Eclipso, because they are very much intertwined, interconnected. It's very much one story, but it feels almost like it's two separate things. And I think it's because once Eclipso is released, there's like this tone shift, almost, because like the first half of the season is kind of like this the summer school storyline where you have Courtney, who just wants to be Stargirl 24/7, and because of this she's forced into summer school even though she doesn't want to be there. Meanwhile, Cindy is using this gem that has Eclipso in it to unite the new ISA so she can kill Courtney, get her revenge, killing Courtney and the rest of the JSA. And that's pretty much what that story is. That's pretty much what the first half of the season is. That's the story, which is, and the tone, for the most part, felt kind of like Stargirl season 1, or like Spider-Man Homecoming or something like that, where it's like light-hearted, they're jokey, they're quippy. It's a high school story. It's about high schoolers, like this light-hearted tone, if you know what I'm saying, like season 1 or like Spider-Man Homecoming or something like that. But then once Eclipso is released, you get that tone shift, where it becomes dark, and except for some elements of horror, like I mentioned before in the beginning, now you really feel the dread and the darkness of the character. I think a lot of that too is the fact that the Blue Valley goes from this sunny place, this sunny, beautiful place, to being this cloudy, dark place. I think that really helped with the tone. To me personally, like the fact that because it completely changed the atmosphere from this sunny, blue, happy town to this dark cloud and the storm just coming over, and the fact that you know that there's a villain out there who can make you see fears and you don't know it's real, just brought this awesome. It was just great. I thought that was really well done. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about this season besides the fact that it was awesome. I honestly am going back and forth on which is better, this or Superman and Lois, because they're both so great for so many different reasons. Like this season of Stargirl didn't make me shed any tears, like really at all. At least not that I can think of right now. Unlike Superman and Lois season 1, Superman and Lois made me shed multiple tears. This one made me shed almost none. But it also made you feel like a different kind of emotions too, because that one's like a family drama, and this one's like you felt more fear, honestly. Like Eclipso kind of felt like a horror movie villain to me, like, and that's going for someone who doesn't like horror, at least. But so yeah, I thought it was great. The finale was also really cool, and honestly, I feel like this season, similar to Superman and Lois season 1, kind of. Even Superman and Lois, I think, didn't have the pacing as good as this season, but like this season of Stargirl feels like the perfect pace. Like whoever. The other CW shows and the Marvel Disney Plus shows should take note of this show, because the pacing to me felt perfect. Because it didn't feel long and stretched out like multiple seasons of Flash and Arrow and Legends, Supergirl do, but it also didn't feel rushed like multiple of the Marvel Disney Plus shows, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, Loki, Hawkeye, WandaVision, so on. Actually, WandaVision, yeah. So, 15 episodes was like the perfect amount of episodes for them to tell this story, and shoot, literally that entire finale was almost like the entire climax. Like that final episode was almost only the final battle, which was really cool. And it was oh my goodness, how did I forget? I wanted to talk about this. The action sequences in this show are amazing. Like, it's some of the best TV action I think I've seen. And it's one of the best team action, too. That's what made it even cooler. Just because the way they shot it, just the way they shot the action, like the choreograph is really cool, too. But the way they shot the team action when the team was fighting, like, for example, in, like, the midway through the season where it's the JSA versus the new ISA, everyone's fighting each other. It's like a 3v3, and Beth is off saving. What's Courtney's brother's name? Okay, I'm blanking on his name right now. I don't know why. I like this character, so I don't know why I'm blanking on his name right now. You'll tell me in the comments most likely, or I'll remember in the moment I stop recording. But the way they shot the action, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it would show you Courtney and Cindy fighting. They're battling it out, and like Courtney would go to throw a punch, and then it would cut to Our Man throwing a punch at this other character who I believe was Artemis. I believe the sports lady, the sports villain, whose name I forget. Pretty sure it's Artemis. And then it would show you their battle, and then like Artemis would get ready to like kick Our Man or something, and then as she's doing it, it would kick to the other villain whose name I forget, kicking Wildcat. And it was just awesome the way they shot that action, because it felt like it's so smooth and so put together and cool, and the fights in the finale were also really cool too. Like the way they did it, it's just, oh my goodness, I was so shocked by how good the quality of the season was, especially because it's no longer half DC Universe either, because now it's full on CW, and it's just great. Like, I'm so shocked how good it is. But I'm curious, even though I'm really like this, what do you guys think of the show? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was okay? Honestly, I don't see how you could hate this. I thought the season was great, but I am very curious to hear what you guys think. And yeah, let me know what you thought down in the comment section below. Also, would you like to see any more Arrowverse content from me? It seemed like you guys like the Superman and Lois stuff, so maybe I'll talk about Superman and Lois Season 2 and Stargirl Season 3. Shoot, I'll even talk about other Arrowverse stuff if you really want me to, even though it's over. It's 10 years old now. I really want to get a ranking out for the Arrow seasons, because this 10-year anniversary came and gone. That guy just walked right through the bench. That's creepy. He must be a ghost. He's Eclipso! I'm just kidding. Maybe. But yeah, let me know if you guys would like to see that. If you like this video, please hit the like button. That'd mean so much to me if you could just hit that like button. You have no idea how happy it makes me when I see that someone has hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe, because I've done multiple TV and movie reviews, so if you're interested in that. Plus, I've also done like gaming videos of Fortnite, Marvel's Avengers, and so on. So please hit subscribe if you want to see some of that. Thank you so much for taking time to watch. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to listen to me ramble on about a season of a CW show. A CW show. Dude, how does the CW make some of the shows, and then they make Stargirl and Superman Lois? Like, I don't know how they do that. I guess it just depends on how good the writers you got, I guess. But yeah, thank you so much for taking time to watch, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.